Hi, I'm Abby and I am currently on day 32 of 75 hard. It is currently 7:15 a.m. and I'm about to go do my morning workout. 7:42 a.m. now and I've just started my 45-minute timer. We're going to start with the weighted hula hoop today. Now we're going to see if I'm any better at jump roping today. Oh man, okay. Dang it. And that is about all I can do. And now I'm just going to walk for the rest of the time. So I'm not sure if I've mentioned it before, but during the week, my outdoor workouts are actually in my driveway. When I say I walk, I actually just walk from the end of my driveway to the start of my driveway continuously back and forth. We have quite a long driveway, and as you can tell, most of it is shaded, so I definitely enjoy it. I will go to the park sometimes, but I definitely prefer at home. And if you've watched my past videos, you will see I am definitely a homebody. I am feeling so good today. It's another day to where I feel very energized, motivated, and determined. I got a feeling it's gonna be a good day. We'll make it a good day. Today I will be meal prepping. So right when I get inside, I'm going to go eat breakfast and then I'm going to start on a lunch and dinner meal prep for the next 4 days. And then later on, once my husband gets home, I'm going to also make him a meal prep when I cook him dinner, just because it's easier that way for me. My husband's resident garden spider. It is such a hot one today. I feel like I say that every day, but I swear it gets hotter every single day. I am a person who does not enjoy summer weather. I mean, I would say I enjoy it more than I used to because I'm out in it every day and I'm learning to enjoy being out in it a little bit more, but I still crave the winter time. Here we don't get much winter at all, but it at least gets cooler. I did end up buying a cheap little Samsung watch that can track my steps and such, and I'm so excited for that. I think it'll be really satisfying to see. I'm now done with the 45-minute workout. I am now going to go inside and cook some breakfast for myself, but before I do that, I did go grocery shopping finally yesterday and have a grocery haul to show you, so let's go back in time a bit. Well, we forgot to bring our bags yet again, so. Here is our grocery haul. I am excited to try a few things in here. I got a couple different seasonings. We got the sweet heat with brown sugar and chipotle, and then we've got the cowboy butter with Dijon, butter, and chili. I've never had these dill pickle chips from Sam's, so I'm excited to try those. I found this granola that I thought I could also put in that yogurt, and I thought it was really interesting. It's called 7 Sundays. People kept on suggesting this for sour cream, so I'm going to try it for that. Turkey bacon, I think I've only ever had it once, and that was when I was young. So I don't know, I will let you know how I like this. I thought these were very interesting. These are Egg Life egg white wraps. There's original and roasted garlic and herb. I'm very excited to try that. I've never had these little veggie straws, but I really wanted something that was kind of like a chip, I guess, for a snack. So I got these. There's sea salt, cheddar cheese, and zesty ranch. I think that's all the new to me things that I got. I'm really excited to try all of it. So now back to our regularly scheduled programming. It is now 8:43 a.m. and I'm going to start cooking breakfast. For breakfast this morning, I'm going to have some turkey bacon, some cottage cheese, and an egg. I'm going to go ahead and weigh out our cottage cheese and strawberries before I cook the egg. And here is our breakfast plate for today. Well, apparently I forgot to press the record button, but I just tried the turkey bacon and it is not terrible. I mean, I still think I'd prefer my regular bacon, of course, but I had really low hopes for this one anyways, so it's definitely better than I thought it would be. I am definitely still really wanting sweets, so these fruits do help a lot. By the way, it is now 9:18 a.m. and I'm eating. It is now 9:30 a.m. and I am going to start on meal prepping. We're going to start with lunches first, and I'm going to be making the sub in a tub. So pretty much everything on a sub sandwich, but without the bread. For our ingredients, we have iceberg lettuce, we've got dill pickles, bacon, turkey, ham, jalapenos. I also may just take some of this Colby Jack cheese, cube it up, and put it in there as well. I'll also be including grape tomatoes, red wine vinegar, and oregano. The first thing I'm gonna go ahead and do is cook up this bacon. I don't really know how much I need, so I'm just gonna kind of do a whole pan full. Also, if you're someone who has viewed my channel before, you'll know that a lot of what I've shown you today is all at very different angles than I'm usually recording. That's because I got a new camera, so I'm just kind of testing out some different things today. Okay, our bacon is looking pretty crisped up, so we're gonna go ahead and take that off. While our bacon cools off, we're going to go ahead and chop up our other ingredients. I'm gonna start with chopping up our turkey and ham. I will be weighing and calorie counting all of this, by the way, just after I have everything ready and chopped up. We just wanna chop it up into little bite-sized pieces. Okay, so now that we've got those chopped up, I'm going to cut our grape tomatoes in half. I really like meals like this to where when you get them out to eat them, they're just already ready and cold. You don't have to heat up anything else. So speaking of, do you have any favorite cold meal preps that you fix, and what are they? I'm definitely interested in other ideas. The reason I did start meal prepping, by the way, if you have not watched my recent vlogs, is because it's just way easier for calorie counting. I get really overwhelmed if I'm cooking a bunch of different meals every day and have to calorie count them every single time. So this makes it easier because I only have to calorie count them one time, and then I can eat them over the next few days and know what my calorie count is for those days. It just makes the process so much more simpler. Like, it feels overwhelming to meal prep until you get to the next day and you're like, hey, I'm really glad I have these meals on hand. I am going to go ahead and chop up this bacon. Yeah, we got that really nice and crunchy, which is what I wanted. If I'm cooking bacon just to eat it for breakfast, by the way, I like it super flimsy. But for these salads, I wanted nice, good, crumbly bacon. So now I'm going to chop these dill pickles. I got this different brand at Sam's Club. It's like their generic Members Mark brand. I'm gonna try one right now. Let's see. So my husband is the big pickle fan, but I mean, I like it. I'm not huge on pickles. Like, I like them mixed with stuff like this, but he could just like eat jars of it. These are really good though, and I think he'll like them pretty good as well. Well, my husband loves pickles, but he doesn't love just any pickle. Used to, I was a big fan of the bread and butter pickles. He is not a fan. Not a fan of pretty much anything besides just your regular basic pickles. So now we are going to chop up our cheese. I'm just gonna kind of make little cubes for each little bowl. Okay, now I'm going to work on shredding up our lettuce. We'll probably do a little bit more lettuce just because I want these bowls to be more salad-like than sub-sandwich-like. Lastly, I'm going to chop up these jalapenos. So here is everything chopped up. So what I'm going to do is weigh out everything into this bowl, and then I'll write down on my notes how much each thing weighs. Okay, now I've got everything divided by 4, so let's go ahead and get started on our bowls. For our lettuce, we have 86 grams. We're going to do our turkey and ham next. So let's start off with our turkey. We're gonna do 41 grams in each. And our ham came out to 36 grams. Next, we're gonna do our cheese. That's 40 grams in each. Next, we're going to go ahead and go in with our pickles, and we have those at 29 grams for each bowl. We're going to do our bacon at 6 grams for each. Now we're going to do our grapes at 40 grams each. Okay, and now our last thing to add to these are our jalapenos at 12 grams each. Now that our bowls are made, we're going to go ahead and get started on our sauce. So for our sauce, it's really simple. It is just red wine vinegar and oregano. We're gonna go with 3 grams of red wine vinegar and then add in our oregano and just kind of put our little bowl to the side. And just like that, our first meal prep of the day is done at 11 a.m. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm definitely not looking forward to meal prepping again. Kind of just wish I had not set myself up for this. but it will be worth it, so we're gonna do it anyways. But maybe I can just lay down real quick for just a second. Okay, let's go do this thing. Alrighty friends, it is now 11:20 a.m. and we are going to start our second meal prep of the day. This one requires quite a bit more than the first one. Also, I feel like I have to give this disclaimer every time I make a video like this. I am not a professional. I have just started meal prepping. I've just started calorie counting. I am very much learning, so I'm definitely not the person to take advice by on any kind of thing really on my channel. Not the person to take advice with, not weight loss, not anything. Really, my whole channel is just to follow along with me as I learn and navigate life. My next meal prep is going to be sweet potato taco bowls. I have made these before and I thought they would be perfect for meal prep. So I'm also going to make 4 of those bowls. Here are all of our ingredients. We have sweet potatoes, ground turkey, lettuce, onion, corn, black beans, lime, tomatoes, bell pepper, cheese, Greek yogurt, jalapeno peppers, taco seasoning, and cilantro. Firstly, we're going to get our sweet potatoes peeled and chopped. We are now going to put these on our pan lined with parchment paper. We'll spray them with some Pam and put some salt and pepper, and then just mix that all together. We'll try to get them as spread out as we can. And these now will go into our 400-degree oven for 20 to 25 minutes or until they're tender. While the ground turkey's cooking, I want to go ahead and chop up our other ingredients. So we'll start with our tomato, we'll chop our bell pepper, and then we'll thinly slice it. Our lime, we're just gonna cut it into 4 wedges. We're going to dice our onion. This is like half of a large onion. We're going to chop up some lettuce. I don't want as much as I had for the lunch meal prep. Like, that seems okay. And there are all of our chopped ingredients. To our ground turkey, I'm going to be adding this taco seasoning. So our sweet potatoes are done. I'm going to go ahead and check if they're fork tender, and they are, so I'm going to go ahead and take these out. And there are the sweet potatoes. I'm going to put this ground turkey in a bowl for now. Now into the same pan, I'm going to go ahead and put our bell pepper. We're going to try to keep these separated so I can weigh them later, but we're also going to add our onion on this side. All right, these look pretty good to me, so I'm going to put these in a bowl as well. Now I'm going to take our black beans, drain and rinse them, and then we're going to heat them in this pan as well. And finally, we're going to heat up our corn. All right, so here are all of our ingredients cooked. Now for the fun part. Is it really fun? We've got to weigh everything. Okay, I now have everything divided by 4. Now we can finally start making our bowls. I've got these ones that have 2 compartments for our cold stuff like our lettuce, tomatoes, and lime. I'm going to put on this side. That way I can easily take it out when I go to heat up the meat. 185 grams of ground turkey in each. Our sweet potatoes are at 180 grams for each. Go ahead and get our onions. This is 50 grams. The peppers are 16 grams each. So it doesn't seem like I'm going to have enough room in these boxes for everything that I want to put in them. Like you can see, this side is already quite full, and I still have the beans and the corn and such to put in there. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and put the beans and the corn on this side. For the cold stuff, I'm gonna end up having to put them in Ziploc bags just because I cannot fit it all. We are going to go ahead and add the cheese, however, and the cilantro. For our beans, we have 68 grams in each. Now we're going on to our corn, that's 57 grams in each. So our jalapenos are 16 grams in each. We're going to add our lettuce, tomatoes, and lime to our Ziploc baggies. Lettuce is 56 grams each. This is just gonna have to do. It is now 2:36 p.m. and I've been on the exercise bike for 13 minutes. I don't think I'm going to be breaking any records today because I'm so tired, but yesterday I broke my record on the exercise bike, and I'll attach a picture right here to show you. I was going to get on the trampoline today and maybe do some weights. That was before I meal prepped, and so I'm beat. I am tired. I'll also include a screenshot with everything from what I ate for lunch, which was the sub in the tub. It came out to 283 calories for each one. It's now 3:12 p.m. and I am done and about to go take a shower. It is now 4:41 p.m. and I'm getting started on cooking and meal prepping for my husband tonight. We're having chicken thighs, rice, and broccoli. I'm going to be fixing basmati rice for his meal prep. Do 2 cups of this, and then we'll add some water. We're gonna go ahead and put our chicken thighs into this bowl. So our seasonings today that I'm using is this chicken flavoring. We've got pepper, oregano, and I'm using this new seasoning that I got. It's Kinder's Sweet Heat with brown sugar and chipotle. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and put our chicken thighs in this pan. So for the vegetable, I'm just doing these frozen broccolis. I get these from Sam's and it's just super simple. I put them into this bowl, and then I'll add some roasted garlic and herb and some vegetable seasoning. And then you're gonna put this lid on top, and we'll start it out in the microwave for around 5 minutes, but it typically takes longer. I just kind of eye it. Okay, so we have our oven on 425. Now I'm going to put this in there for an hour. Once it's been in there for an hour, I'll flip it over and then broil it. Now we're gonna go ahead and flip these over. These are done at this point, but all we want to do is crisp up the skin. Now I'm gonna broil it. I'm just gonna watch it till the skin gets really nice and crisped up. I'm gonna work on heating up my dinner. For the topping, I'm going to use this Greek yogurt because people were telling me that this can also be a sour cream alternative. I'll put like that much. I'm going to put some lime juice in here and then add some pepper as well. Now I'll mix that all together. Hopefully it makes that taste a little bit better. I don't know, once it's mixed into everything, I think it would be okay. Now we're gonna go ahead and take this out of the oven. Our skin is really nice and crisped up. It's 6:35 p.m. and I'm now eating. Okay, I'm now going to try the bowl. Let's see how I like this Greek yogurt as an alternative to sour cream. Let's get some meat, onions, pepper, sweet potato. Me and my husband call those food noises because it's just like I do that every time I really, really like something, and I really, really love this. That Greek yogurt with this, it helped it mixing it all together and everything. You guys were so right. Whoever recommended that to me in my comments, thank you so much because that's amazing. I really cannot taste a difference with it mixed in. So I was happy with the calorie count on this being a little bit higher because I noticed during the day I'm not really eating as many calories. This dinner came out to 815 calories, probably a little bit more with the Greek yogurt. I didn't put it. Oh, and the protein on it is 67.5 grams. Now I'm going to get started on my husband's meal prep. We've got rice, broccoli, and here they are for the next 3 days. So it is now 7:30 p.m. and I just got my package out of the mailbox. Here is my watch. I got the Samsung Galaxy Fit 3 since I have a Samsung phone. One other thing that I got with it were these different watch bands. Just because I wanted a variety of different colors besides just the black watch band. So I currently have this cream colored one on. Yeah, I've just got to connect it to my phone and we are good to go. I'm really excited to use it tomorrow. I'm definitely excited to show you guys my steps whenever I do vlogging, and I think it'll be really satisfying to see. So on my next vlog, I will be sure to update you with how I like it and such. So now to read my 10 pages for the day. I am still on the Don't Believe Everything You Think. I'm really not enjoying reading these days, and the thing is, I don't want to downplay this book because it's a good book. It has good advice. It talks about good things. I'm just over it. I am over the self-help books. And I am one of those people who I have to get through a book. I cannot stop midway. I don't know what it is. I just have to get through the full thing. So I'm just kind of trying to speed my way through it a bit so I can go ahead and get on to other things. On my last vlog, a lot of you had really great book recommendations for me. I am definitely leaning on the true crime side of things. I have a few that I know for sure I'm going to pick up, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait to read something else. I say it almost every video now, but I miss my fiction books more than anything. I don't get a lot of time to read them nowadays, and I've been needing something better for nonfiction besides self-help books. It's good life advice. It's just, I think I'm having a bit too much of the good life advice. I don't know. I do think that for the other books, I'm just going to read them on my Kindle. I like my hard copy books, but I enjoy my Kindle a lot too. It definitely makes it easier to read in bed and such. I'll say my favorite quote from this book today is, "We're only ever one thought, one insight, and one idea away from living an entirely different experience of life." I think before I film my next vlog, I'm just going to go ahead and power through this, get it read, because I'm so ready to start something else. Speaking of, I'm going to go get my Kindle right now, and I'm going to show you a couple different books that I'm going to download. Okay, so I have now got my Kindle. By the way, here are all my little stickers. So the first one I'm going to download, as recommended by one of my commenters on my last video, is Killers of the Flower Moon by David Gran. And then the second one I'm going to download, also recommended by one of my commenters on my last video, is The Glass Castle by Jeanette Walls. And that one is also the one that I'm going to start with. Okay, so those two are now downloading, and I'm so excited to have something else to read soon. Anyways, I'd like to say that I am about to go color or game or read one of my beloved books, but I know I'm not. I know I'm going straight to bed. So I'm going to finish up this water quickly. 8:05 p.m. and we are done. Thank you so much for watching. I do post 2 75 hard videos, day in the lives, every Tuesday and Saturday, both at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. So if you'd like to keep up with me, consider subscribing, and I will see you soon.